Greetings. Here is your own personalized guide to running a program at TCC. I've tried to put together some of the pieces that I think are important to know in order to be successful over there. We've been over there about 7 years, and it ain't TU. It's a bigger place, and there's lots of procedures to follow, so I'm going to introduce you to a couple of them and hopefully make your transition over there smooth and successful. So, number one, where's our office building? The TU at TCC office building is at 111 Progress Way, which is the CAT 50 building. So, when you get onto the TCC campus, to orient yourself, here's Appleyard. Down here is going to be Tennessee. So you go on Appleyard, take a left on Pensacola, then turn on Progress Drive or Progress Way, and right here is the CAT 50 building. Right here is the University Center. They're not listing a building that's right there, which is St. Leo's. So, and there's great parking for us right next to our building. This is a gated lot over here behind us, so you'd need to enter it from way over here and go down here and around here. So the most easiest way is to go right into our little parking lot right on the side of the building right here. And there is a Thomas University sign right in front of the building. Perfect. So the office is very nice. You're going to need to get keys for it, and we'll talk about keys right now. So Delphine Clack is the key giver, and indeed she takes her job very seriously. So you have to notify her by email that you need a key. Oftentimes you need to demonstrate that you are teaching a class, or if you've got other people, they need to be associated with a class. So Delphine's location, unfortunately, is over here in this building right here. And that means the only way to get there is through a gated lot, which is you have to have access right about here to have a key card that will get you through the lot unless you go after 5:30 p.m. After 5:30 p.m. all of the gates are open. However, after 5:30 p.m. Delphine isn't there. So then you need to go and get the get your ID. And to get your ID made, you're going to need to go to the campus police building, which is right here, which is across from the student union. Here's the library right here. You simply go in there. You're going to want to send them an email ahead of time saying who you are and what you want. And you go up there and they will get a picture ID made for you that has a magnetic strip on the back. They also give you a semester sticker, and then that will get you into all of these gated lots throughout campus. So when you get back there, Delphine will have you sign a key card saying that the key is checked out to you. She expects the key to be returned either at the end of the semester or when you're done using it. So if it's an office key to the CAT 50 building, then you can just hang on to that. My suggestion, if you want one of these CAT 50 building keys, is to get the backdoor key, because otherwise you have to get 2 keys, because this building has 1 key for the front door and then 1 for the entrance to the office. But if you go in the back door, there's only one door that you need to get into when you're in the office, and that's what I use. So I usually park over here and I walk around and go into the back door. So back to our story. So Delphine locates in the building. You're going to have to get an ID, email her beforehand, you sign a key card, and you can send the keys back by campus mail. Just stick it in an envelope and say back to Delphine. TCC perks. You should tell their students that they are full TCC students, but they don't generally receive the TCC emails, so they're not going to be notified of TCC events. If they want to get that, then they can probably get that worked out, but in general, they are not sent TCC emails. If they go to the library and get their ID, they can use go to the police station and get the ID, then they can use the library, the Learning Commons, and get discounts and stuff like that. They can also use the gym. For the faculty, I've been able to use my ID to get state rate for rental cars because they see TCC on there and they say that's good enough for me to get state rate, which is very nice. The ID must be used for faculty parking areas that are gated before 5:30 p.m. You just won't, there ain't no way to get in there without one. So, as I said, go to the TCC Police Department across from the Student Union. In order to get IDs for your students, the campus police wants you to send a list of the students for the semester and their student ID number. So what I tend to do is I will send them, and this is a guy named Mike Robeck, who's very nice. So you send Mike a list, and I cut and paste this from my roster. And so here are their names. Here is the student ID number. I know this doesn't mean much to us. It probably means even less to TCC, but they have to have it in order to make their IDs. I also send them a list of the faculty that will be using that we're going to be using that semester, so they can also create IDs for them. Mike sends me back a list that looks like this: everybody's name. Here's their student ID number, but here's their user ID that they log into computers with, and here's the initial password that is given to them. In general, the students are only going to use these IDs in order to get access to the computers. That is, just to literally log on to Windows and any of the university computers or your phone. You're going to need to have this ID in order to get through there. So for many years, all I did was use one ID and gave it to everybody else, because it wasn't like they were looking at specific accounts. But TCC doesn't want us to do that. They want us to give individual IDs to everybody. 90% of these students don't use these, so it's unnecessary for them, but I do give them out at the beginning of the semester. All right. Room reservations. So to do the room reservations, our contact for that is Marcus Nicholas. His boss is the provost, and it's done through a SharePoint portal. So you're going to need an ID and password. They are wanting us to get this in as soon as possible, our classroom reservations for the fall. So until you get an ID number, you are welcome to use mine, which is Milford B. All the TCC email addresses are your last name and then the first letter of your first name first at tcc.fl.edu. And the passwords are case sensitive. And these things roll out like every 6 months. They will automatically cancel your password, so you have to make another one. So hopefully this will still be good for a little while longer. Here is the address that you will need to click in order to get in there. Let's see if this gets me in. All right, so here's an example of how I got to put in my ID. And beautiful. So I'm in the SharePoint portal. And here's what we're going to do. So you're going to want to use the 2017-18 link, and we're going to click on this on the plus sign, and that lists all of the partners. And then you're going to click the partner listing for Thomas University, and you'll see the classes that I've put in for the fall already. And you know, here's the general information they're going to ask you for up here, and then once you put it in, it will get posted down here. So in order to add a class, you're going to go up here to items, click on items, to new item, add new item, and then you're going to go through here. So what we would do is put in Thomas University, and after you do it once, it'll autofill some of these fields for you. So 2017-18 term is going to be fall. Session is going to, I leave that blank, and you guys, if you're doing 8-week sessions, you may need to put in there first 8 weeks, second 8 week. I'm not too sure. Ultimately, what Marcus is doing with this is dumping all this stuff down into a spreadsheet and sorting it and then assigning it room spaces. But you'll want to delineate what your session is in there. So my course might be SWK, let's say 350 Social Work with Individuals. This is not going to be listed in a catalog anywhere, so you don't need to worry about it too much. The beginning of the session, so ours begins 8/14/2017, and the session ends 12/11. Start time is going to be the time when your class starts, and time when it ends. Class size, generally those classrooms I think can hold up to 25. So I usually put 20 or 25 in there. Put your name in. Now this is what Delphine is going to see when people go to collect keys. So if you're collecting keys for all your instructors, then you're going to want to put your name in here for all of the classes. If the individual instructors are going to collect keys for themselves, then their name should go in here. Room requested, if you have any special needs around what your room is going to be, like I want to have all chairs, or I need I need a extra large chair for somebody who has a disability or something like that. You're going to put that kind of information in there. Under computer room, you're going to click this if you want to have a computer available for each student. If you normally all the classrooms are going to have one computer, a projector. You know, they have pretty good audiovisual stuff there, so you'll be able to do presentations. But if you want to have a computer for each student for writing or for something like that, then you're going to click that. That's going to cost you extra. They charge a premium for those kinds of rooms because there aren't that many of those rooms available. Here under days, you're going to put the days of the week that the class meets. So if it's Mondays or Mondays and Wednesdays, just stick in there. If there are additional meeting dates, then you're going to want to stick that in there. So you want to make sure that any exceptions to your schedule are noted in there. You're going to want to write comments in here. This is your way of communicating with Marcus what your specific needs are going to be around that. We had a problem this fall regarding, or this spring regarding them not opening up the building for us during the TCC spring break. We'll hopefully get that worked out by next semester. This fall we start a week earlier than TCC, but I don't assume that there's going to be any problem with the classrooms because the TCC campus will be open for registration. So I don't anticipate any concerns with that. I'm going to cancel this because I don't need to add this class, but if you did need to, if you were finished with making your entry, then you'd click Save, and then you would then see your class added to the bottom of this. Once you are all done with this, then you just close out, leave it, and you would be in good shape. And you should let me know when you are all done so I can notify Marcus that all of Thomas University's entries have been completed. So, computer options and portal only. Okay. Yeah, if you want to use a webcam, you need to bring your own webcam because they don't have webcams on their computers. TCC email, we just did that. There's tech support. There's a phone in each room, and each of the phones has an auto dial key for the IT, for the police, and something else. Speaking of the police, TCC security is a very important number to have because if you forget your keys or have problems with your keys or have anything going on, they're the only people that are there after hours that can help you out. Here is their phone number, and they're usually a pretty nice bunch. TU is part of the university partners, so there are 3 other universities on campus that have much larger programs than us, Flagler being the largest with over 500 students, then St. Leo, then Berry. We don't compete in our majors or our degrees. All of us offer significant discounts to the graduates, And we've worked hard to try to create a very collaborative relationship with the partners, because it's easy to kind of rub each other the wrong way when you're trying to share resources and communication around things. But we've done a good job at working together regarding advertising and events, and not having somebody spend all day at a table. We'll split it up between each of our programs, etc. So our university partners meet once a week via Zoom on Thursdays at 10 a.m. and you are welcome to join us for that. Really, I just think one representative from each school is necessary, because if there's a big deal going on, you'll hear about it otherwise, and you can add your input. But definitely want to get you introduced to the other partners, because they're interested in learning more about our programs, and everybody getting a sense of how we can work well and play well together. So this being what it is, I wish you good luck. Anything I can do for you, give me a holler, and I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.